joins me right now. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
If you win, remember me, take it easy on me. All right, I need a break. So, first of all, why would you get involved in what this is and what this has become about in politics? Why is this worth it to you?
Well, precisely because politics has no place in a district attorney's office. It has no place in our criminal justice system. And this isn't me spouting a talking point. This has to do with the fact that I spent 25 years in the Manhattan DA's office. I was hired by Robert Morgenthau, who, of course, was a Democrat, but we never knew that. We were always taught to do justice, and we never knew whether people had a different party. I'm appalled at what I'm seeing on both sides of the aisle. Weaponizing our justice system, that's wrong, and I'm running to remove that and get back to basics, prosecuting crime. You
think DA Bragg was playing politics with his prosecutions of the president?
I think DA Bragg plays politics not just in his political prosecutions, but in his everyday prosecutions. So, for example, we have him decriminalizing a whole host of things on his first day in office. That wasn't done because of his own thing. He was doing that for his base. Right? I mean, we had a woman recently whose case was dismissed. She was a pro-life influencer. She was sucker punched on camera. Case was dismissed. We have no idea whether it was because, the case had a flaw or a discovery issue, or in fact, it's because that she's pro-life and he's pro-choice. I'm pro-choice, but I will tell you that when I'm in the DA's office, no one is going to question whether the cases I'm bringing are based on politics. It's going to be based on the law and what's justice.
Well, the law in your state is pro-choice because my brother codified Roe v. Wade. But I understand the issue and the distinction you're making. So, you're DA. Politicians say, NYPD, you arrest these ICE officers if they're doing their job the wrong way, in your opinion. What does the DA say?
The DA says that I'm not answering to politicians. I'm elected and I represent the people of the state of New York. That's an important distinction. We are here to uphold the law. And yes, we have discretion, of course, and we were talking before we came back on about discretion. But discretion is not about, going after your political enemies. It's making sure that whoever you are, whether you're rich or poor, you're born here, you're born abroad, that you feel that you can come to the DA's office and get justice.
So, but on a straight black letter law level, what case are you bringing against a federal agency for how they do a job that is criminal?
Well, you're not, of course. You're not bringing a case against an agency. Of course, there are people within agencies. I mean, no one is above the law, right? A police officer, a DA, a news anchor. None of us are above the law. If we break the law, then we should be held accountable. But it's not always about, doing the highest crime or the lowest crime in order to, throw red meat to your base. It's about taking away the politics and making sure that people know that there's credibility here, that we're looking to balance what's fair and just.
So if people are looking at what the Attorney General is saying right now, and they're saying, oh, good, maybe she'll be able to prosecute ICE agents if they do their job the wrong way. Isn't she preparing them for disappointment?
What she's doing is she's playing politics, and I think the problem is ICE is also overstepping. So we have lots of wrongs here, and we need to get back to basics. When we talk about ICE has no right to come into our courthouses and disappear people, and not just because whatever side you're on this. When you're talking about criminal justice, victims have to be front and center. And if someone comes in and takes a defendant away before the case can run through the criminal justice system, that's not justice for anybody.
Right, but it's also a federal issue, not a local issue. And that's an important distinction, isn't it?
Well, it's a federal issue in terms of their immigration. But I'll tell you, Chris, I did this work for 25 years. When there was someone who was accused of a crime and they had an immigration hold, immigration knew that they had to wait till our case ran its course. If they pleaded guilty, we went to trial, they did their sentence, and then they went through the ICE system. Right now what you're having, and this is a big problem, is that ICE is coming in, taking the defendants out, and not only does that deny justice to the victim, also makes all of us less safe, because when that person invariably comes back through our porous borders, there's no criminal case. Now what we're saying when ICE does that is that people that are undocumented have a carte blanche to commit crimes, and they're not going to be held accountable. You and I would be, but they're just going to be disappeared.
I appreciate you coming on and making the case. We'll be watching your race.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care of yourself.
Thank
All right. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.